What does Dad think of it?
I haven't shown him yet.
Well, it's festive, I'll grant you that.
Well, that's what the holiday line's all about.
Well, I like it.
Good. I'll show Dad.
You were going to anyway.
Not until I got your reaction.
Oh, well, thanks.
Your opinion's always been money in the bank. You know that.
Well, I do now. So is there anything else you wanted to see me about?
Nope.
All right, then I have a question for you.
What's that?
What do you make of my wife these days? This shower she's throwing for Brooke.
What do you make of it?
She seems to be putting her best foot forward. You should see all these invitations. They're all handwritten.
Well, Mother thinks she's finally more accepting of Brooke.
It would appear that way.
You don't sound convinced.
Are you?
I move out, or you tell Ridge about that letter that he wrote to you, that I held back.
Yeah, that's the agreement.
You put too much stock in the letter, Caroline.
Maybe. Maybe not.
It's not going to change anything, whether he knows or not.
Well, if you feel that way, then I guess you're just going to ignore this demand.
He loves me. That is never going to change.
According to his letter, he loves me, Brooke.
And you are married, Caroline.
I wasn't married when he wrote this to me. And if I had just seen it soon enough,
I did see it soon enough. How many times do I have to remind you of that?
Oh, you are so clever. And you're so damn manipulative. Sometimes I think you buy into your own lies, Brooke. All right, yes, you showed me this letter on the morning that I was supposed to get married, after having held it back for over a week. Why did you suddenly decide to show it to me? Have you ever asked yourself that question?
Yes. Because I finally decided it was wrong to hold it back.
No, you finally decided that it was safe to show it to me. And that is the only reason that you did it. You knew that I was going to get married in an hour or so. You figured you were home free. I mean, really. What effect could anything have on me at that point? Right? You know, you better thank your lucky stars that I haven't told Ridge about the letter up to this point. Believe me, it has been a monumental act of discretion on my part.
Oh, no, Caroline. You haven't told him because you really do love your husband. You do love Thorne.
If you ever bring up that excuse to me again, I will withdraw my offer and I will tell Ridge about this letter immediately. And this has nothing to do with Thorne. It's about Ridge and me and about you, a woman that he's about to marry, that he really deserves to know.
He does. He knows more about me than anybody. And he loves me, too.
Brooke? Do you think he'd love you if you found out that you kept the letter he wrote to me?
Then you are planning on telling him.
If you don't make an announcement to the family tonight, yes, I am absolutely going to tell him.
Okay, so I move out. Where does that leave you? Do you honestly believe in those 2 weeks you can win Ridge back?
I could win Ridge back in one night, Brooke, if I had the opportunity. But you've never given me that opportunity.
Why should I? He's mine. And he has been for close to 2 years.
I can't believe the way you delude yourself. If you really believed that, would you be threatened? And you are. You are terribly threatened. Now, you owe it to me, and you owe it to him. We have never had a chance to even explore what our true feelings are for each other, to see what's left. We deserve that. And since you took it away from us the first time, you're going to give it back to us now. You are going to do the right thing, Brooke. You're going to move out of that house, and for the next 2 weeks, you're going to give Ridge and me a chance to rediscover what we once shared. And if after that, he still wants to marry you, then I'll accept it. And if he doesn't, you will damn well accept it. Now get out of here. I'll see you at dinner tonight, and I will expect an announcement to the family.
I want to believe that.
I hear you.
So what does Caroline have to say about Brooke these days?
What, lately?
Yeah.
More the same.
Nothing positive?
Nothing, period. She avoids the subject.
I guess I was hoping this latest gesture of hers would...
What, the shower?
Yeah.
Ridge, I think she's doing that for you. Just to show that she's putting forward some effort.
Sometimes a little effort can be a catalyst for change.
Well, now that'd be something. Caroline and Brooke actually developing a friendship.
There's no reason they can't.
Well, after you and Brooke are married, there isn't.
Well, damn it, Thorne, we should make that our goal. Get those two together.
Well, I'm with you, but how?
Caroline's the key. Just have to get on our case about it.
Well, I hear you, Ridge, but it's positively nauseating the way I'm constantly preaching the virtues of Brooke Logan.
I know what you mean. Sometimes a little of that goes a long way when someone can't stand someone else.
Well, I know Brooke's doing the same thing. She's constantly making overtures to Caroline.
I'm starting to get the feeling this is pointing towards me.
Let's face it, you're the problem.
Always been the problem in this house.
The bad boy of the family.
So what do you think I should do? Talk to her about it?
I think it's going to take a lot more than talk. You're going to have to impress upon her that you're just not going to tolerate her treating your wife as anything less than a friend.
Yeah, that's a tall order, though. But I do get your point.
You're just going to have to make it a deal breaker.
A deal breaker?
Yeah. You're going to have to say to her, look, if you want my friendship, you've got to accept Brooke. Otherwise, no go. I mean, it's going to come down to that anyway, Ridge.
She says no deal.
We won't allow that possibility.
You're a hell of a negotiator, little brother. Come on, let's get home and see how dinner's shaping up.
Hello, Stephanie.
Hi.
Can I make you a drink?
No, thanks.
How was your day?
Oh, fine, thank you. Obviously, yours was very good.
Yes, it was. I took care of something today that I should have taken care of a long time ago.
Oh. It's always a nice feeling when you do that, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So is everyone home?
Eric will be here shortly, but Brooke's already here.
How was her day?
Well, I don't have any idea. I really didn't even have a chance to talk to her. By the way, I got the invitation to the shower in the mail. That was a lovely idea.
Thank you.
You really didn't have to go to all that trouble. I mean, you could have just called us. There aren't that many.
Well, this makes it official. More special.
I'm glad it's that important to you.
Oh, this wedding's become very important to me.
I suppose we could say that it's a new beginning.
Yes. I realize that now.
Makes me very happy to hear you say that.
Well, I better get ready for dinner. Is the entire family going to be here?
Kristen and Clark had other plans, but everybody else will be here. I just thought it would be nice.
Oh, I do too. Well, it won't be long.
Caroline. Thank you. See you in a little while.
All right, I'll see you at dinner.
I heard your bug drive up.
I promise I'll get the muffler fixed.
Maybe we'll do something about the car.
All that before you even say hello?
Hello. And welcome.
I'm thrilled. And I'm scared.
I'll get your luggage later. These are yours. Welcome aboard. Hey, you better start getting dressed. Big family dinner tonight. You okay?
Yeah.
You just seem a little quiet. Tough day?
It wasn't the easiest.
Well, you're home now. It's bound to get better.
So, how was your day?
Oh, uneventful. Except for a talk I had with Thorne.
What about?
Caroline. Caroline and me.
You and Thorne talked about Caroline?
Yes, we did.
Well, that must have been an interesting conversation.
I've got to hand it to Thorne. He certainly has his head on straight these days.
What about?
Caroline, what she needs, how to handle her.
And what exactly do you and Thorne think that she needs?
A better relationship with you.
I'm sure she'd have a lot to say about that.
That's the point. We have to win her over.
Ridge, I've tried for over a year to win her over.
Maybe we haven't been using the right strategies.
I've done everything. There's really nothing more that I can do.
No, nothing more you can do. Or Thorne, for that matter.
What are you saying?
It's me. It's what I have to do now.
What does that mean?
It means I have to convince Caroline that if she wants a friendship with me, she's going to have to be more accepting of you.
Oh, Ridge, how are you going to do that?
By working with her, pounding it into that thick head of hers, I know she values our friendship.
Yeah, that's an understatement of the year.
What's the matter?
I don't know. How are you going to find time to work on this project?
I'll find time, especially the next couple weeks.
The next couple of weeks?
Yes. Before the wedding. I'm really going to focus in on this. By the time you and I are married, I want you and Caroline on much better terms. Obviously, it's going to take some effort on your part, too.
Well, this was a lovely idea. We haven't had a family dinner for quite some time.
Well, Caroline suggested it this morning.
Really? Well, she's full of surprises these days, isn't she?
Pleasant ones for a change.
Can you feel it, Stephanie? The energy flowing back into this family?
I suppose you never realize how stressful a situation is until the stress starts to be gone, don't you? And all those terrible anxiety attacks are over.
Well, the irony is that it's mostly due to Caroline.
Well, Eric, let's not forget that she's the underlying cause of the problem.
Well, she's a very beautiful young woman. It's not at all surprising that both of our sons fell in love with her.
And the wedding, I hope, will put an end to that.
Well, it took another very special young lady to make that happen.
I wish that both of the boys could have just fallen in love with simple and unassuming people.
And bored us all half to death for the rest of our lives.
I'd take a little boredom about right now.
Here's to boredom.
Well, here we are, so let the good times roll. Huh?
We were just saying, we don't do this often enough.
No, we're all far too busy.
Good reason.
Well, now that we have another member of our family, we'll have to see to it that we do it more often.
How about Thorne? I would have thought he'd be the first one down here.
Well, he's probably already at the dining room table picking the cucumbers out of the salad.
Smirching my reputation, are we? Huh? Huh?
How can you besmirch a reputation as bad as yours?
Well, and I'm damn proud of it. When do we eat?
Right now. Come on, let's go.
Can you all please wait for just a minute? Before dinner, I would like to make an announcement. Well, really, there are two announcements. At least I hope there are. Because one depends on Caroline.
What's the announcement?
I gather my wife knows something about this.
No, I don't. But I'm curious. As you all know, I asked my sister Donna to be my maid of honor. And I know this is going to be a very small wedding, but it would really mean a lot to me if I could have 3 bridesmaids. One of them, of course, being Kristen.
And another, your other sister, Katie.
I would really like another Forrester. Caroline Forrester. If she would agree to it. Well, I don't know what to say.
Honey, it only requires one word. Yes or no.
Well, I would be honored to be in your wedding party. Oh, that means so much to me. You don't know how much. I think I do. Thank you.
You said there were 2 announcements.
Yes. I hope that you all don't think this is silly, but I would like to move back to my family's house in the valley until the wedding. I guess it's just those old-fashioned values of mine coming out. But I would like to think of it as the last 2 weeks of my courtship with Ridge. We will see each other, but we won't spend the night in the same room.
Well, I don't think it's silly at all. I think it's a charming idea.
Do you really?
Yes, I do.
It is charming. And of course, we certainly value tradition in this house. When did you decide to do this?
Oh, well, I spoke to my sister about it a couple of weeks ago. I decided then. What made you wait until today? Well, now that is a good question. You see, I have a problem with moving out. Stephanie's going to be left all alone doing all those last-minute details for my wedding. I hope it's not too much to ask. But I was counting on you, as my bridesmaid, to fill in for me. What would that entail?
Oh, I can talk to you about that later.
Well, Stephanie, you know, I work every day.
Well, it's just for 2 weeks. We can do it in the evenings.
Nights? Well, how much time will that take?
Not very much. Don't you worry about a thing, Brooke. Caroline and I'll take care of everything. You enjoy the next 2 weeks of courtship with Ridge. And we'll discuss this later at dinner.
Well, can we eat now?
That sounds good.
Well, son, this will give you a chance to catch up on your reading.
And you can get into the cucumbers.
Stop it, will you please?